Hey, flower friends, happy Monday. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Um, I definitely had a low-key weekend. I went north of me to a new flower shop I visited that just opened called Kennedy's Flowers and Gifts in Northfield, and met Liz, the new owner. Hi, Liz. And that was a lot of fun. That's what I did this weekend. But I wanted to take the time to introduce myself. I want to introduce myself. Because a lot of you don't know me. And I want to let you know me. So, as you know, my name is Jenny Jenkins from Jenny Jenkins Floristry. And I have been in the industry for 19 years. That's a long time. And I've done a lot in those 19 years. I started off as a grower. I grew an acre of perennial and annual flowers. My farm was called Trillium June Flower Farm, named after my favorite woodland flower and my grandmother, who is such an amazing woman. So I grew, like I said, an acre of annuals and perennials. I sold to restaurants, flowers. Sorry, my cat is playing with this toy and he just scared the crap out of me. Anywho, yeah, so I grew annual and perennials on an acre worth of land. I had a flower CSA. I sold to restaurants, food co-ops, general stores, hardware stores, the end of my driveway. I did destination weddings, and I did that all the way up to 2015. So 8 years, 7 years. I went to floral design school in January of 2010 to the Vermont Academy of Floral Design, where I studied for 2 weeks, basic floral design and flower shop management, one-on-one with Ned Davis. It was a lot of fun. I wish I wasn't this like weird, awkward like 29-year-old. It could have been a lot better. Anywho, so in 2012, I ended up buying a flower shop, which wasn't my vision. I didn't want to be a flower shop owner. I didn't even think about it. I didn't say I didn't want to. I just never thought about it. My goal was just to farm during the season and then ski all winter. That was what I was thinking at 28, 29 years old. And so I ended up buying Petals and Things, a flower shop in Montpelier. And then in 2014, I bought my second flower shop. Mind you, I'm still farming through all of this. I bought my second flower shop in the next town over from Montpelier, Flowers by Emsley and Company, which is the oldest flower shop in New England, 1897, still going strong. Yes. And by summer of 2018, I pretty much had a mental breakdown. And I'm like, I can't do this anymore. It was a lot. 2 flower shops, a farm, and then I was in this really crappy relationship, which brought a lot of stress. So I liquidated and put the farm to rest in 2015 because I was feeling it then. It was just too much. And so 2018, I downsized and took a couple months off and just got like a normal job and was like at a winery. It was a lot of fun. I was a wine tender. And just like took the next good few years just to rethink, reevaluate, get my life in order and to decide what am I doing next. So I did lose my job at the winery because of COVID, but in May of 2020, I moved up to the Northeast Kingdom in Vermont and helped my friend Hillary open up Kingdom Floral Designs and did that for her for a while. I wasn't making a lot of money, and so I decided to go take this job managing 7 greenhouses at a garden center over in the Adirondacks, which was a lot of fun. And I also started freelancing, and I worked for this wedding florist. Her name is Leah, Black Swan Floral Designs. And that was like my first introduction into like high-end weddings. I was just completely blown away by what Black Swan Floral Design was executing at these weddings in the Adirondacks. Like insane, like flower chandeliers and these huge arbors. And it was really gave me a taste of that part of floristry that I didn't know anything about because I had been a flower shop owner. Missing Vermont, I moved back to Vermont from the Adirondacks, and I ended up in central Vermont and the little town of Randolph. And I was helping the owner, or the husband of the owner of our local florist here in Randolph. His wife had gotten ill. She eventually died. He is 80 years old. He doesn't know anything about floristry. So I kind of came in with the help of my friend Sarah, and we helped him out in the flower shop to get it up to the point where he could sell it. So he sold it, and then I started, going back into hospitality. And then I ran into the funeral director who I knew, working at the flower shop in Randolph. And he was really disappointed that the flower shop had closed. The new owner wasn't doing funerals. She had a whole different business plan, not your traditional flower shop. So we kind of collaborated and opened up a flower shop. And I helped him set it up and got it running. And it was fabulous. And it was... we broke even our first year, but his heart just was not into it. He wanted me to buy it. I didn't know if I wanted that commitment. I still don't know if I want that commitment. And he shut it down. Sad, really sad, because it is needed in this community. And that's when I started doing all of my freelance work. And that's what I do now. So I am a freelance designer. I'll do anything in floristry. Oh, wait a second. Let's back up. In April of 2024, I flew to London. How could I forget to tell you this? I flew to London and studied at the Judith Blacklock Flower School in London, and it changed my life. I love the English. If any of you out there want to go, brighten your horizons, go across the pond, go to London. Judith, unfortunately, I was one of her last round of students. She semi-retired. She is, a very wise woman. She semi-retired, driving into London, 5 times a week. I think she was over it. So now she only does online studies, which is cool. I've taken some of her online classes, and they're really informational and great. So if you want to take an online class, go visit judithblacklockflowerschool.com, and Judith will hook you up. She's an amazing woman, a great flower designer. The English are amazing people. They have such a different outlook on flowers, and it's very much a part of their culture. Like anything you do in England, you bring flowers. It doesn't matter. You're going to the pub to meet your friend, you're bringing flowers. The Queen dies, you put flowers down in Buckingham Palace. And they have the hand-tied grab and goes, which is amazing, which was something I was trying to establish here in the States, how beautifully a grab and go bouquet is. You just grab it, you go to your destination, you unwrap it, you cut the ends, you put it in the vessel, and you're done. It's perfect. So I also did that in 2024. And then in the summer of 2024, the funeral company business decided that they couldn't do the flower shop anymore. The owner just didn't have the time to put into it. And it was true. He didn't. And it was lacking on his end. It was probably the best move. He wanted me to buy it, but I don't have that kind of money right now. And like I said, I don't know if that's where I want my focus to go at that point in time. So I started freelancing. I got my name out there through some help of some flower friends. I helped out with a company called Birds of a Flower out of Barnard, Vermont. Heather is a luxury high-end wedding florist. I helped her out a few times. And then I found my clique. I started working for Jasper and Prudence, another luxury wedding event florist in Woodstock, Vermont. Ted, the owner, is the most amazing human being. Jasper and Prudence. Those were the name of his dogs, by the way. And I worked for Ted most of the summer and into fall and winter. And I worked for Ted up until December after putting up Christmas trees. A lot of Christmas trees and decorating them in a high-end resort, private resort here in Vermont. And I am continuing to work for Ted come this wedding season. But I just don't work for, event florists. If you need your help and you have a flower shop, I'll come. I'm helping out in a flower shop for Valentine's Day. I know how it's really hard to find competent designers during Valentine's Day. But if any of you on the East Coast are looking for help for any event or whatever, I'm your gal. Just get in touch with me. My rate might change because you might be farther away, but we can all work it out. Yeah, so that's me, Jenny Jenkins. So what are my plans for the future? Well, I would love to farm flowers again. I also dance with the idea of opening up another retail flower shop, but I don't know if it's going to be in Vermont. I'm thinking Montana. I'm from Alaska, so I'm really missing like big mountains and cold weather and the West Coast. So I don't know what I'm doing, but I wanted to introduce myself to you guys. I want to introduce myself, yeah. I'm Jenny Jenkins. I also have a BFA in jazz composition and theory that I went to college for and spent a lot of money and did nothing with it. I shouldn't say I didn't do anything with it. I did perform, I did teach, I played a lot. I played at the Burlington Jazz Festival in 2006, and yeah, it was cool. That was my first art. Now it's my second art. So anywho, that's me. I'm Jenny Jenkins. I wanted to give you an introduction of who I am so you understand that I'm telling you things from experience. So there is truth to everything I tell you. And it's not like I'm just some chick that's just blurting out like stuff. Oh my God. And in 2024, how could I ever forget this too? Hello. I took some amazing business classes with Allison Ellis of Floral Artistry. She is up north from me in Vermont, and Allison is amazing. I love her. I took many classes from her. I took a month-long course called The Art of Good Business, which I think every small business owner in floristry should take. And her classes are like specifically for florists, but you can totally use her foundation for any small business, really. So florists out there, you want to know about pricing, go to Allison. She has many online classes you can take. And she has like a lot of amazing, small, 2-day, 1-day seminar things that you can take. And she's a fountain of knowledge, a pillar in the floral industry. So go check her out. So anywho, that's me in a nutshell. I hope you guys are having a great day on this Martin Luther King Day. He had a dream, man. Let's make it work. Have a great day, guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.